Hey folks, I just came from lunch with a friend, and I'm walking the last part of the trail on my way back to the house. And I did a great video, and I had to erase the video because I had someone just wanted to be around me. I had a complete stranger walking past, and they just wanted to stand near me. And I told you folks, and this is one of those things I talk about when we get into behavior about humans. And really, it's a better video. I think it'll be a better video because what this does is this gives me the perfect example and reasoning as to some of the things I've had questions about. Right? I always ask you guys, why do people do the things they do? And you think that I'm insane for posing such a question. Why am I worrying about it? But your minds are so trivial that you're not reasoning that inner mechanism, whatever's driving that person, which I actually know on certain levels, as energy, folks. All energy. And so there's always a bigger fight over your pay grades, and I always speak to this because I need you to understand that that's the purpose why you're here. You're not just here to just be here. You're blessed by the aspect of having life and the ability to move on into higher vibration. Right? When the Most High created this all, there are different levels and dimensions of vibration, folks. Obviously, you know this in your science. So in this spectrum, there's a vortex of dark energy, but you also know that there's on the other balance, there's the light, folks. Now, many of you have been convinced that the light aspects of the energy somehow this cannot provide you the abundance or certain things that you need. It seems that way, right? But you're ignorant, and your foolishness is why you fall into places where you reason that. So you get a quick fix, or you're looking for that quick fix, right? Something material. Now, I know the material, folks. Whatever you're holding or whatever you're doing, this very device I'm discussing this with you on, the very ground that I walk on, right? My home, on a great one, Mother Earth. And I honor her every day, folks, but I also give praise to the Most High, and that is the ultimate honor that she can receive, because her duties, her whole point of giving you a reality to experience is for that bigger experience. Do you now understand? So when I talk to you, I try to make you equate the whole purpose of why you're here, right? This is why you can't be self-serving. We have to get some grounding to this. This is why you can't be self-serving, because there's a bigger purpose. Now, you're convinced on many levels to believe in otherwise. You're shown in different ways, and some of you even reason yourselves to be on the same level of the Most High, which is motherfucking insane. Okay? You're not even on the same level as the fucking low-level piece of shit demoniacs that have taken you over, folks, that you have become. The demons have taken you over. Right? You're not even smarter than them, because they were clever enough to give you things that have no value. When you have the value, folks, the blessing of life that God has given you gives you ability to live life in all realms of reality forever, folks. Because you're not even aware of the higher realms of reality, then you don't even seek those things. Or they seem hard to achieve to you, or so you think. It's reaching out to God in your heart is you calling out to God with love in your heart for oneness, right? Being in real oneness with God is being given knowledge to all things, folks. That's why I tell you, I know you're ignorant because you're not in this place yet. It's why you reason things and in the day-to-day humdrums, like I was talking about in that last video, but it got messed up. That person who wanted to stand and listen to me, for what purpose? I've reasoned to you many times that if I had a flat tire, which by the way has happened to me many times in life. Some of you guys out there, women or something, you've been in these situations on the highway, right? You run out of gas or something. When I was young, we did stupid shit and irresponsible stuff. And I've had situations like that where we had to push a car, a snow situation or something. When I had that apartment in the city or something, and you trying to push your car somewhere, even in present day, something could happen, and these people will just look at you and casually pass you by as you struggle. The average person. Because it means helping or doing something for you. So we're self-servicing when I say that. But when it's for sensation, folks, we come to life, right? When you see me talking in the phone, you know I do this. You know that this is something I may do on social media. And because you're into social media for the hype and all of the bullshit, you pay attention. But you're not really listening to the real message. You're not aware that the great ones are present as I speak. And the very ground that you walk on. I'm out here by the lake and people fish out here where some of these people are, right? Doing as I speak, right? Not being aware of the experience and on a bigger level. That they're being provided that experience, folks. You know? And so the worst of us are not thinking about that, and we just don't focus. You know? Sadness. Madness. You know? But the worst of you don't mind your business in society. The worst of you worry about what other people do for trivial reasons. What I'm saying, I have people standing there and I'm on guard, and that's my point I'm trying to make. Even when I come down here to this day, y'all know about that situation a couple of months back, you know, where that stranger walked up on me and my friends and stuff, and this is all the same type of disturbia, folks, the same type of energy. You have to reason why a person would be so unreasonable. And it's beyond normal reasoning. That's why I said the best of us in vibration, who am I only talking to? I'm not talking to people in low vibration. At this point, what's the point of doing that? Okay? The bigger fight is about your purpose of understanding why you're here. Do not let people tell you that you don't have a purpose, folks. So it's why and it's how it contributes to narcissism, the narcissism present society. And I was talking to this person and I was hearing all of this stuff about, you know, their job and, you know, and the same thing I've heard over and over again, which means that all around the society, there are low-level people who want to feel better than other people. So they seek out things. Like I said, they covet. They seek out higher ground in their minds. You know, a position that's being offered to them. That's nothing. A task or something. In their mind, a higher task or something, right? So they get to file the paperwork for the boss versus being a shit shoveler, right? When it's all shit shoveling, folks. You should not be working a job because there are trillions of higher worlds that operate and have operated successfully for eternity, that have abundance of everything amongst all people who are in high vibration, who have full knowledge of the Most High, folks, and are blessed supremely on all levels, folks. The very technology that you're seeking, you are blind to because you are clouded, folks. With your intentions in your heart, when you want to take and make something for the purpose of suppressing, you are suppressing free will. When you talk about the Most High resetting, it's the understanding that the lower energies, which have run amok amongst you, which you're not even aware are present, the ignorant of you, the worst of you who are the ignorant. Because you're the masses that are taking us over the cliffside, folks. Few of us are shouting with the bugles, telling you to get back, but you're pushing us over the cliffside. So in a bigger fight, I know that this is a battle that the Most High has his hands on and the story has already been told. This is about waking up people, right? This is just about that. So when I talk to people, I'm talking to people who maybe have done things in their lives who haven't been the best. We all have done these things in narcissism, right? Or experienced feelings. Everyone on this walking this surface has experienced jealousy in their lives. But the best of us are able to move past that. Now, I like to reference your literature, guys, because that literature is what you swear by, right? And you do external things by, but you don't embody those things. And this is why we keep seeing the things in our society that makes it dangerous for us in physical. When this physical experience is supposed to be for us to touch and experience and understand that that's the oneness to God, that He is those things, that He is Mother Earth. Mother Earth is in oneness to God, folks. Okay? You're not in harmony with her, folks, and this is why there has to be a reset. See, you're not thinking about the technical terms of things, right? You want to do things for your purpose without understanding the real purposes. But that's where the ignorance comes in, because if someone has clouded that ability for you, then you're damned. So when I speak of the majority who will suffer the fate of reality, of what's going to come down the line, folks, when I speak of those people, it is just what it will be. The Most High is going to set this in place, folks. So when you're waking up, you're understanding that what is your purpose in this? Your purpose is just understanding your own elevation to the Most High, folks. Reasoning this. Why is it important? It's important because each one of you should want to seek the higher end of his vibration, folks. There's abundance there. If you don't feel that you got the best here to the point where you're talking on levels of this is all there is and just do this shit and it's going to be over with, then you're suffering. You're rat racing. When you understand that there are great societies, folks, who prosper without war and everyone has everything, the best of you will want to understand or maybe already get it on that level. That if they're already in prosperity, then they're in great blessing from the Most High. Right? And I tell you guys this because I realized something. You know, I had lunch with a friend today, and while I was waiting for the meal, and I'm doing that lately, the reason why I stopped even eating at restaurants is for the reasoning of these crazies. I've seen so many things happen. I'm suspicious of other folks, people. I've watched people do the worst things. Hey, y'all. And I just have done enough research in my own mind about what I'm dealing with in this bigger fight. That is what delivered me, folks. When I got to a place, like I said, when I talk about these stages, when I got to a place in my heart where the pain was so immense, the pain of reasoning with my own ignorance in society, going in this rat race, going to work every day for something that's not real, and knowing that, right? Knowing that I'm being suppressed, knowing that there are lower energies in every way that are breaking us and taking our spirits, folks, in the different ways that it's happening. And then finally coming to a conclusion that the Lord has to know this. And calling out to him in your heart. That's why I said forget all the literature. You can study the literature because you know you guys have been doing this since the beginning of time, right? And haven't you still had the same problem since the fucking beginning, right? So man is a fucking fool on all levels, folks. You understand what I'm saying to you? You're not going to reason to me when I deal with the great ones on a daily basis. You're not going to reason that you have more understanding of knowledge or how to achieve the oneness with the Most High, folks, than things that are caretaking for you that you don't even honor by giving praise to the Most High. This is why they're doing it, folks. So your supreme ignorance is, and like I said, there was a song playing while I was waiting for the meal, and it was something about, to the lyrics, and I think you guys have heard this song, it was a hit, something about brighter than the sun or something. And I laughed because this person, whoever wrote that song, whoever, not to pick on the artist or anything, I'm just making a point of the song, to show you in pop culture, your minds in society in general, that you could even reason imagine yourselves as brighter than the sun. You don't know the sun on a personal level, folks. He is magnificently effulgent, folks. You're not brighter than the sun, by any means, folks. The light that flows to him is the light of God. Do you understand me? That is the light that provides you life on a daily basis, folks. The minute that he stops providing you that sunlight, you will cease to exist in material reality. So he is a key component to your physical experience. I told you they're the administrators, folks. Your actual world that you live on, that you pillage and won't have wars and take things from other people and do all of the evil that you've done on the surface, is simply you standing in Mother Earth's hands, not appreciating that God has created her for the experience of you getting this experience for your energy vibration. The blessing that you have is because you have been born into third dimension, so to speak, and those two dualities are present for you to choose, right? Understanding and knowledge of both of those realities will give you your proper choice. Now, a normal, reasonable person would likely not choose the lower vibrational fields, folks, on any level, because you're already talking about pain and why you do the things you do because you're trying to get away from pain. So someone's hurting, what do? They go and shoot up or do something crazy to someone else. You see the foolishness? See how it's unreasonable, it's irrational. I've talked about this, the lack of reason, folks, the gross lack of reason that all of you in society seem to take as a sensation. See, it's just something to go, oh, wow, you heard about what happened? Not relating that to the lower energies that have taken you over and that have made this a commonplace thing for you folks. So there has to be a reset, and there's a good reason for it. I always talk about this, no matter what we're talking about, narcissism, that person, and day to day. But you don't love or appreciate your brother. That's why I talked about love. Y'all didn't understand that it's that oneness. It's that lack of covet, that understanding. That even when you're blessed, right? And there was an old story in your literature. I'll reference, I think it was the Cain and Abel story. Right? And Cain slaughtered Abel, right? Because of the great blessings that he believed that God had given Abel. Not realizing that he was always in blessing of God. And when after he killed Abel, God still blessed him. And the irony of that is that he was always in blessing. But he reasoned that, you know, am I my brother's keeper? You guys have said it. You know that famous line, am I my brother's keeper? But you're not your brother's keeper. You're your brother's suppressor is what you are. And it's what you've been. With that book and with that knowledge. So that literature can only take you but so far, folks. The best of you are able to call out to God. And once you connect to God on that interpersonal level, folks, you are unlocked. The unlocking, the knowledge of all things, the knowledge of what really is, will make you appreciate and behave and act in ways that keep you in higher vibration. That's why I keep trying to get you guys to understand. Because I fear the Most High, folks. He is real, folks. I'm in the company of the very sun that gives you sunlight every day. The very moon that shines your moonlight, that gives you your nights. Right? The very world that you walk every day and take breaths of air. Whom I've been to the factory, folks. Fact. So I want you guys to understand something. Even when I tell you these things, you're not even impressed by the all of that. Which means that something is seriously wrong, folks. You reason, like I said, that you're greater than the Most High. Which is why you would even make a song proclaiming to be brighter than the Great One himself. Impossible. And you're all in lower vibration, right? Isn't that ironic that demons could proclaim to be brighter than the sun? I want you guys to understand this is how you've been led down this path, and narcissism and chasing something, right? It's why you are who you are. It's simple. I thought about it today. I was eating, heard that person talk about all the problems and all the bullshit. Same stuff that people keep talking about. But none of us are pointing to those demons, because in some cases, those people are the demons, folks. Okay? I've come to reason and realize, right, about the bigger fight. I've come to reason and realize that the majority of you are drinking the Kool-Aid and you've already been poisoned. The well has already been poisoned. And the story's already been told, folks. So if I'm an alarm clock of sorts, I'm that for those who have that vibration, who understand what I'm saying, who understand that war is stupid, who understand that all of this stuff is stupid. It's all about conquest. It's taking from someone. The suppression. So you're not your brother's keeper. You covet yourselves and you want what your brother has, not realizing you're always in blessing. And a narcissist does that. In these workplace environments, you get the same type of things. You get these people that you meet every day, and then they turn on you. I've talked about the DF. And reason that whatever you are, they were. Right? So you're wearing blue suede shoes, and now they're wearing them, but they thought of it, right? Well, that's who they are. They're energy vampires, folks. And you have to be careful when you're around these types of people, which is why I always talk about that. When you're in high vibration, you just hold on to the Most High. Now, if you're one of these people who are like this, we've all experienced these low energies. We're not perfect. That's why I always say this. But you're not perfect, and you still want to reason with yourself, and the Most High will grant you that, folks. See, I'm not perfect. right? By any means, but the Most High has unlocked this for me, folks. It is the most supreme blessing that one could ever achieve in life. And because of that great knowledge that he has given me, I will forever be in debt to him. And I love him, folks. I give him all my praise. And so should you. Follow that example. You folks going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. But I don't. Because bad behavior is all connected to lower vibration. The best of you are trying to rise above that. See? You know, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be talking soon. I'm going to get down this trail. You guys have a great day. Y'all take care.